guys, it's Mandy from MandyleePlays, and in this video I'm going to do a worth the buy for Dragons Dogma Dark Arisen. So let's get started. Okay, so starting off with the history of Dragon's Dogma, it was published and developed by Capcom. It was originally for the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360. Then they released an enhanced version in 2013 called the Arisen for the Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and now the Nintendo Switch. So yeah, it's a really old game and it's a port within a port, but it still holds up, and I'm going to tell you why. I got my notes, my Detective Pikachu notes. So cool. And now onto the story of the game. I'm going to do a quick synopsis. So Dragon's Dogma is a fantasy game set in the world Grannies. I'm just gonna put the name somewhere and you decipher it. So after a short test run with the mechanics and stuff with random people, you are then prompted to make your own character. Then you wake up in a nice village on the ocean and everybody calls you cousin. Everything is cool. But then, giant dragon said to be the end of the world comes to your village and wreaks havoc. So your character is not having any of that. They decide to grab arms with this rusty sword, and that goes as well as you would expect. You get your butt beaten and you literally get your heart ripped out. But you are not really dead because you have plot armor, and the dragon chose you to be the new Arisen. So congratulations, you are now an Arisen. Clap, 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 clap. And now everybody sees you as this warrior who's going to stop the dragon, so that's what you have to do. Alright, so I'm not really sure where the story of the game is going. I'm about over 10 hours in. And this game, while it's a JRPG because it's made by Capcom, it still has Western RPG elements, and that is open world, not really knowing what to do, chosen one, getting to do what you want kind of vibe. So I'm not really sure where the story is heading. So there's obviously things along the way to push the narrative of the story. I'm more of a story person, so it's kind of a little bit chaotic as of now. But once I get my bearings, I know I would enjoy the game. Alright, and now for the meat and potatoes of this game, and that is the gameplay. So Dragon's Dogma is an RPG with action, hack and slash elements trickled in there. So when you make your character and you're done doing all that customization, then it prompts you to choose a class, but in this game's case, it's called a vocation. You are only allowed to choose one from the start, and that is the fighter, the striker, and the mage. The fighter is for close combat and just getting it done, and the striker could do a mix of both, close combat if need be. They have little daggers, and you could do range combat with your bow and arrow. And there's also a mage, which does range combat to the max. They're pretty helpless in close combat, so gotta keep that in mind. But your vocation is not permanent. You could change it throughout the game, but they cost discipline points, which I'm not sure what they are as of now. But throughout the game, obviously, you get to know the class functions and everything. And you can also have hybrid vocations, like a mage slash strider, or a fighter slash strider, and mix and match, which is awesome. I want to do that because I want to be a mage and a strider. That would be like perfect for me. Now another unique thing about this game is the pawn system, which basically are your companions, and they give you advice, they help you in fights. They can even enhance your weapons with fire or ice if they're a mage. So they could do a lot of good stuff, and they are kind of mandatory because you don't want to go through these dungeons alone. So basically how it works, you get one custom pawn, so you get to make it as you please, name it whatever you want, and assign a vocation to it. I would recommend assigning it to the opposite of your vocation, not the same, because it will kind of defeat the purpose. So that one pawn you get to customize all to your own, but you're allowed to travel with two pawns, and the way you get the other one is you summon them through the online system, which other players put in their pawns and have them in a group, and you could set parameters like, oh, I want this to be a fighter, a male, and you could summon them as you please but those pawns do not level up. Your custom pawn does level up, and it also has certain perks because it's always with you. But the ones you summon don't level up, and you have to kind of pay to hire them. So getting a second pawn is much more different than your custom pawn, but it's still pretty easy, and you could often find pawns that are really strong, but be warned, the stronger they are, the more they cost. So yeah, pawn wisely. Okay, and now for my thoughts. This game reminds me of Skyrim, Dragon Age, a little bit of sprinkle of Monster Hunter thrown in there. So far, I'm really loving it as a fan of Skyrim. I was kind of itching for a more Western RPG because I play a lot of JRPGs, which it kind of is considered a JRPG because of Capcom, but it works like a Western RPG, if you got that. So I was kind of itching for a Western RPG, and Dragon's Dogma does not disappoint. It retails for $29.99, $30, and that is a steal because this game has a lot of content, and all of the DLC content is in the Switch version, so you're getting a lot of bang for your buck. So to me, Dragon's Dogma is worth the buy. So that's it for my video. If you liked it, please give me a good like, and if you enjoyed my content and want to see more, hit that subscribe button. You will not be disappointed. Tell me what you think in the comments down below. I love hearing from you guys. You can follow me on Twitter at MandyleePlays. I hope you guys have an awesome day and play a good game. Bye.